For a metal or silicone tracheostomy tube, you will need the following items: dish soap, fragrance-free preferred, hot water, 1 glass container, obturator, tracheostomy tube brush or cotton tip swab, clean pot with lid, plate, clean paper towel, gloves optional. A few notes before starting. Before beginning, it is advisable to wear gloves. This will help reduce any possible contamination by a person's hands. Also, during the entire process, please only touch the tracheostomy tube by the connector or by the phalanges. Do not touch any other part of the tracheostomy tube. Additionally, when touching the obturator, only touch the outside rim of the obturator. When cleaning a tracheostomy tube, please use glass containers if possible. Glass containers are non-porous and have a low likelihood of harboring bacteria. Plastic containers are porous and can harbor bacteria. When cleaning a tracheostomy tube, please use fragrance-free dish soap if possible. The strong perfumes in many dish soaps can linger on the tracheostomy tube even after it is cleaned. Breathing in the fragrance is very irritating to the airway. From my experience, the cotton tip swab does a poor job cleaning the tracheostomy tube. It cannot bend and reach inside the tracheostomy tube. The tracheostomy tube brush does a much better job of cleaning and can reach the entire length of the tracheostomy tube. Tracheostomy tube brushes come in different sizes and are available through many medical supply companies and can also be purchased online. The tracheostomy tube brushes can be washed, sterilized, and reused. Wash your hands thoroughly and put on clean gloves. Using a clean glass container, place a small amount of fragrance-free dish soap and hot water in the container. The water should be about 110 degrees Fahrenheit or about 45 degrees Celsius. To clean the tracheostomy tube, push the obturator through the tracheostomy tube. This will push out any mucus which may be inside the tracheostomy tube. Using a clean paper towel, carefully wipe off any mucus which might be on the end of the obturator. Next, remove the obturator. Place the tracheostomy tube and obturator into the soapy water. Allow them to soak for 1 hour. An extra step which may be taken is covering the container with a lid to prevent anything in the air from dropping into the container. After 1 hour, carefully remove the tracheostomy tube and clean it with either a tracheostomy tube brush or a cotton tip swab. Gently swirl the tracheostomy tube around in the soapy water and place the tracheostomy tube back in the soapy water. Next, heat up a small pot of water to a boil. Rinse off the tracheostomy tube and obturator in water and place them into the pot of boiling water. Place the lid back on the pot and turn off the heat. Allow the water to cool to room temperature. When the water has cooled, place a clean paper towel on a plate. Remove the tracheostomy tube and obturator from the water and set them on the paper towel. If the tracheostomy tube is going to be used right away, it is now clean and may be reinserted. However, if the tracheostomy tube is going to be stored away for a later use, loosely cover the tracheostomy tube and obturator with a paper towel and allow them to air dry. This will take several hours. To ensure the items are completely dry, I let them dry for 24 hours. When the items are dry, carefully wrap them in a clean paper towel and place them in a plastic zip-top bag. Please note, a silicone tracheostomy tube can only be placed in boiling water and sterilized up to 10 times. After 10 times, the silicone will start to break down. The tracheostomy tube should be discarded and a new tracheostomy tube should be used. A metal tracheostomy tube can be sterilized in boiling water repeatedly and the integrity of the tracheostomy tube will not be affected. After using the tracheostomy tube brush, rinse it off in water. Pour out the soapy water in the container used to clean the tracheostomy tube. Rinse out the container. Place more fragrance-free dish soap into the container. Add hot water, which is about 110 degrees Fahrenheit or about 45 degrees Celsius. Swirl the brush in the water and allow the brush to sit for 30 to 60 minutes. Heat up a small pot of water to a boil. Rinse off the tracheostomy tube brush in water and place the brush into the pot of boiling water. Place the lid back on the pot and turn off the heat. Allow the water to cool to room temperature. When the water has cooled, place a clean paper towel on a plate. Remove the brush from the water and set it on the paper towel. Loosely cover the tracheostomy tube brush with a paper towel and allow it to air dry. When the items are dry, carefully wrap them in a clean paper towel, place the clean brush in a plastic zip-top bag, and store it away for future use. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye!